Welcome to the Olympic Park in Rio de Janeiro and Carioca Arena 1 in the Olympic Park. It is the Rio 26 Paralympic Games Women's Wheelchair Basketball, a Group B preliminary game between the Netherlands and the United States of America. This is one that we have all been waiting for, as both teams stand undefeated so far in group play, and this should be a real contest between two of the favorites coming into the tournament. There you see those records, 2-0. The Netherlands have beaten Algeria by 77 points and France by 51. The U.S. have beaten France by 56 and China by 49. And this is the way that the standings look right now. China with 2 wins and 1 loss. The Netherlands and the U.S. each with 2 wins. France with 3 losses and Algeria with 2 losses. 4 of the 5 teams will qualify for the knockout stage of the competition, the quarterfinals. The 5th place teams in each group will play for 9th and 10th place. The winner of Group B will play 4th place in Group A in the quarterfinals. 2nd place will play 3rd place in Group A, and so on. And now let's meet the teams, starting with the team from the United States of America, who will be introduced in ascending numerical order. Starting with number 2, Gail Gang. Currently plays for the University of Illinois, just graduated from university. Number 4 is Megan Blunker, teammate at the University of Illinois. Number 5 is Darlene Hunter, who plays for the Dallas Lady Mavericks. Number 8, Natalie Schneider of the Denver Nuggets. Number 9, Desi Miller of the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 10, Jennifer Poist, University of Arizona. Number 11, Vanessa Erskine, RSB Thuringia in Germany. 12, Becca Murray, the Milwaukee Bucks. 15, Rose Hollerman of the University of Texas. 23, Abby Duncan of Texas. 24, Christina Schwab of the Nuggets. And 33, Mackenzie Soldan of the Lady Mavericks. The coach is the aptly named Stephanie Wheeler. For the Dutch, number 2, Ilse Arts of SC De Vedo. Number 4, Inge Houtzing from Papendal. Number 5, Lucy Howen from De Vedo. Number 6, Jitske Visser from Papendal. Number 7, Rose Oosterbaan from CTO, her teammate at CTO. Number 8, Sane Timmerman. Number 9, also from CTO, Bo Kramer. 11, Cher Korver. 13, Barbara Van Bergen. 14, Karina de Roy. 15, Mariska Bayer. And 17, Anderlin van Leeuwen. They all play for CTO Papendal in the Dutch league. So all but 2 of the players on the Dutch team play for the same club team. And now the national anthems, beginning with the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem of the United States. And now the national anthem of the Netherlands, Het Wilhelmus, the oldest national anthem in the world, going back to 1568. Now the coaches, Coach Wheeler of the United States and Gert-Jan van der Linden of the Netherlands, and their assistants exchanging gifts. The players do the same at center court and meet and greet the officials as well. The referee for this match is Krunoslav Pike. The umpire, Sebastian Gauthier and Karsten Rehling. A number of these American players have played in Europe. So many of them familiar with their opponents from club competitions. And there's where it all boils down, or what it all boils down to, the wheels. A bit of bumping there, as you see Visser and Rose Oosterbaan prepare in their own way for the game. There's the lineup for the Netherlands. It's a balanced lineup for this team. They're averaging in those first two games 94 points a game. Leading scorer is Mariska Beyer, who it will be the big underneath Van Bergen is the captain. Bo Kramer is only 17 years old. She'll have her 18th birthday during these Olympics. And Gert van der Linden just done such a great job with this Dutch team. Watched them practice a few days ago. Just a great team spirit, great feeling. And they have performed exceptionally well so far in their first two matches. But this they know, and the Americans know as well, is the big test for both teams. The U.S. team, the captain is Christina Schwab. She played very little in their match against China. Their leading scorers, they're averaging 81 points a game. Rebecca Murray with 30 points a game. Rose Holloman with 20. And Desi Miller, who played most of the last game at the point position, which Schwab usually handles. She's now averaging 16 a game after playing virtually all of the match against China. Be interesting to see what the starting lineup is. You see Schwab there taking off her warm-up, which would indicate that she is going to start. For the Netherlands, Inge Houtsing is the big scoring threat. Jiske Visser, Oosterbaan, Carina de Rooij, and Beyer will get the start. Visser, a very active low pointer. For the United States, it will be Geng, Poist, Murray, Hollerman, and Schwab. That's the lineup that started the first game of the tournament. When I say low pointer, players are graded between 1 and 4.5 points. The higher the number, the lower the degree of impairment for each player. And you have to have no more than 14 points on the court at any time. So your 5 players have to balance out by degrees of impairment so it doesn't add up to more than 14, which makes your lineups, your substitutions, your matchups all become very technical. And there is Christina Schwab, 5-time Paralympian, 2 gold medals in basketball in 2004 and 2008, competed in athletics at London 2012. The Netherlands team won the bronze medal in 2012, where the U.S. finished 4th, beating them in the bronze medal game. They took silver in Atlanta 96, bronze in Barcelona 92, and Seoul 88. The opening tap, and it's controlled by the Netherlands, who will be playing in white, the U.S. in blue. Beyer, the big center, now moving down into the paint, where she's blocked off by 2 players. That Poitzig with the first shot. De Rooij tries to steal it away from Hollerman, who got the rebound, and Schwab now brings it up for the U.S. with Beyer. She gets it to Murray, though. Beyer playing aggressive defense up by the half-court line. Hollerman now, she's cut off by Visser. Murray, open shot, and hits. 2-0. Well, if this is any indication of how the game is going to be played, the U.S., who often play aggressively, pressing with much of the court, and you see right away Van der Linden telling his defense, and our first consultation between the officials and the scorers table took only 23 seconds to take place. 47 seconds. My correction. Houtzig now. Visser setting the screen for her, but Houtzig lost the ball. But it went off of Hollerman's chair, and it will be the Dutch keeping possession. 11 seconds on the shot clock, and De Rooij puts it in. Carina De Rooij, husband, plays for the Dutch men's team. Beyer. And it gets the roll and goes in. 2-2. Just over a minute gone. Schwab brings it up for the U.S. Long pass underneath to Hollerman. Hollerman swishes it through. It's 4-2. And you see Hollerman, Visser had her one-on-one, but Hollerman, just with the size advantage there, could shoot over. Visser low in the chair. Long arms, couldn't get them up high enough. Oosterbaan, very serene in her chair. Visser from the outside shot rings the rim, and Hollerman with the rebound for the U.S. Up to Murray. Murray leaves it for Schwab. Back to Murray. Tipped away from her by Beyer, and there's only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Hollerman knows they have to get a shot off quickly. She spins, now takes it, and it misses. And 24-second violation. See Kramer and Ben Lewin applauding that one. I said Kramer at 17, the youngest player in the tournament, had a great game in their last game against France. Oosterbaan, Beyer from outside, and she hits. It's 4-4. Schwab. Hollerman. Cross court to Murray. Murray hits. Deadly shooter. 6-4. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first. Houtzig brings it down for the Netherlands. Goes in all by herself. What a lovely move. You saw how she was using her body to swerve the chair. Murray gets past De Rooij, but Oosterbaan comes out to pick her up. Cuts her off from further movement. Gang controls the pass. And that one deflected out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock. So again, the U.S. will have to hurry up just to get a shot away. De Rooij with the deflection of the pass. Schwab will inbound. 5 on the shot clock. She gets the shot away off the front of the rim. Beyer with the rebound. Oosterbaan. Back to Beyer in the paint. Beyer takes a long time lining that one up, but Oosterbaan chases down the rebound. Stops in the corner, gets it out. She's got the shot off the front of the rim, but again, Houtzig got the rebound. 3 white shirts converging on it. Good pass inside to Beyer. And there's going to be a foul on Murray. Beyer will shoot 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor taken by the U.S. with just over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, and they lead the Netherlands 6-4 with the Dutch going for 2 shots at the foul line. Some of the U.S. fans, some of the Dutch fans in traditional and somewhat less traditional garb. Just 4 minutes gone in the game, and Bayer will be shooting 2 shots. The foul on Murray was her first and the team's first. Makes the second. It's a 1-point ball game, 6-5. And the Dutch showing full court pressure from 3 in the half court. Hoist comes back to Schwab. Hollerman with DeRoy on her. Really tight defense. See how quickly they get up, pick up men, give people time to get back. Murray from way out misses, and Hoitzig with the rebound. Hoitzig comes down. And Hollerman. Stoppage to get Visser back up. And again, 3 in the forecourt, applying pressure for the Dutch, now 4. And Hollerman with Bayer on her, one-on-one. She turns and lets her teammates catch up. Tries to take the inside and can't. Cross-court pass, almost too far. Comes back up top. Over to Hollerman. Hollerman with the shot, it's good, and the foul will be on Van Rooij. The Dutch playing very, very aggressive defense with the hands in there. And just as in international AB basketball, in wheelchair basketball, when the hands go in, the referees get very, very sensitive. They'll allow a lot of banging. Hollerman misses the foul shot. I hate when they play Mission Impossible just before someone shoots a foul shot. It seems like a bad omen, if not an insult to me. Houtzing. Oh, that's a lovely pass for DeRoy, and she misses the reverse layup. Osterband with the pass. Osterband heading, and Bayer picks up the loose ball. They get a new clock, and Visser sets it up for Houtzing. Gets the pick from DeRoy. Nice pass to Osterband. Great pass inside to Bayer. Bayer misses the short shot, but Visser gets the rebound. And the Dutch reset again to 14 on the clock. DeRoy with the block. Houtzig moves behind her again. There's the cutter. There's the pass. Basket again won't fall. But Hollerman couldn't control the rebound. It will go over to the Dutch. The clock will again reset till 2:14. Great offensive rebounding by the Netherlands, keeping that play alive. DeRoy, Houtzig. Houtzing across to Bayer, right on the edge of the paint, and hits. 8-7, again a 1-point game, just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Schwab brings it up. It looks like part of the Dutch game plan is to slow the game down a little bit, not let the U.S. get breaks. And the other part is to play very, very tight defense. You saw Visser come right in there to block Hollerman's path to the basket, but Hollerman simply stopped and put the shot up. It's 10-7. Osterband on the upper part of the screen, now moving down and coming back. Houtzig into Bayer. Bayer shot was partially blocked, and Murray came down with it. Murray up quickly to Gang. Gang to Schwab. Schwab nicely passed to Roy and in for the layup. You saw how she maneuvered the chair. A little to the left and far to the right to get past. Houtzing now. She goes past Schwab. Now Hollerman comes out to cut her off. Visser comes and tries to set the screen for Houtzing. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Bayer. Bayer launches it and hits. It's 12-9. Schwab now brings it up for the U.S. Hollerman. This has been their strategy in their first 2 games. They have 1 pick on each side. Schwab now from the top misses the shot. The difference in the game against China, they had Miller hitting regularly that specific shot. They have Murray and Hollerman on each side. The Dutch, by contrast, moving people around and through. Visser from the outside, off the front rim, rebound to Murray. Leaves it for Hollerman. Hollerman up to Gang. Gang back to Murray. There's Hollerman. Pass was a little bit late, but she still got it there, and Hollerman puts in the layup. Hollerman was down there for an uncontested layup if Murray had seen him just a little bit earlier. Houtzing bringing it back now, under 2 minutes to play in the first period. Houtzing still with the ball. Schwab trying to fight through the picks. Visser set a lovely one, and the shot was short. It was tipped away by Schwab, and Hollerman picks it up. Hollerman maneuvering outside, now inside. There's Schwab, and Hollerman's going to take the shot. It crawls the rim and doesn't get through. Nice job by DeRoy keeping Schwab away from the rebound. Houtzing. Oh, good pass in the middle. DeRoy stops right under the basket, and it can't get the roll. It sat on the ring and then came back. The rebound to Schwab, and Hollerman's called for the travel. You have to bounce the ball after 2 pushes. You get 2 pushes of the wheel, and then you have to dribble. What Hollerman did is, although she hadn't moved very far, she had used her 2 pushes to turn, and the 3rd push meant a travel. So the turnover ball goes to the Netherlands, trailing by 5 with just over a minute to play. And Desi Miller and Hunter have come in. Darlene Hunter off the glass, in and out by Bayer, and there's a foul by Bo Kramer, who came in for Houtzing. That's her first and only the team's second. Fast-paced first quarter, very little fouling, but very, very active defensive. That's Bo Kramer, the 17-year-old, on Hollerman. Desi Miller now has just come in the game. Back to Hollerman in the paint, and Hollerman hits. 16-9. Hollerman has 10 of the U.S. 16 points. Visser, she setting the screen. Kramer inside, misses, gets her own rebound. Kramer again misses, fought for the rebound, but Desi Miller took it away from her. And Murray now comes up quickly on the left side. Takes a look at the basket. There's Hollerman in the middle. Hollerman's shot is good, 18-9, and Hollerman has 12. DeRoy and Oosterbaan can't do anything with it as the first quarter comes to a close, and a late run by the United States in that quarter. It was 12-9. It is now 18-9 to the U.S. at the end of the first period. Some really excellent basketball in the first period, and well, the story of this game, rebounding is pretty much even. Turnovers are pretty much even. The Dutch actually have the 4 points from the turnovers, the 3 U.S. turnovers, so that favors them, but they're only shooting 20% from the floor. And right now, that's what's killing them. It's not that they're not getting good shots, they're just not making them, and they trail the U.S. 18-9. What the system has been for the U.S. in their first 2 games is to have one blocker on each side of the key, Murray on one side, Hollerman on the other side, and then the point player, which was Schwab in the first game and Desi Miller in the second game, and basically working side to side with those 2 players, Murray and Hollerman, to get the shots. Now, they've mixed it up a little, but their game works best when they get the points in the transition game rather than the set game. We'll see how this goes now. You see well, we've got a substitution. No, Hollerman is on the left side. Murray comes to the right side. Desi Miller is the point. Against China, Miller would come in exactly just like that, take the shots from the foul line. She made her first 8 in that game before she actually missed, but she's missed her first here. And the rebound comes to Holland, and DeRoy brings it in. Bo Kramer in the paint. She misses again. Dutch are cold at that end of the floor. Miller, see the contrast with Schwab style-wise. Miller seems to glide up the court. Murray left alone. Gang did a great job of setting the screen for her. Murray with the uncontested shot, and she's deadly. 20-9. Looks like Korver and Van Bergen about to come in for the Dutch. DeRoy. Kramer setting for her into Bayer, and it's a 3-second violation on Bayer, who was in the paint for quite a while before the ball actually got to her. You can see Bayer's chair is already there. Now, it's impossible to judge the 3-second violation when you're watching in slow motion, but trust me, she was there. Miller bringing it up. The crowd is doing the wave. There's nothing actually that they're cheering, and Miller hits. 22-9. They have to pick her up at the foul line. She'll take that shot all day and make most of them. That's Korver now. Korver and Kramer worked incredibly well together when they came off the bench against China. Visser setting the, she's so good at that, setting the screen. It goes cross court. Van Bergen just moves in a little bit and hits. The Dutch captain for this game. Miller to Murray, and Van Bergen was there, but Van Bergen's called for the foul. Again, that reaching in. They're much tighter on the hands than they actually are on the chairs in terms of contact. That's Irina Sloof, the Dutch assistant coach, talking to Van Roy on the sidelines. Hollerman back to Miller. Korver nearly picked that one off. Bayer picked off the pass inside, and then there's a foul as Bayer tried to work her way out. And Desi Miller drew that foul. So one each. I think, I'm just guessing here, but I think Coach van der Linden was arguing for an intentional foul, trying to stop Korver on the fast break, but it was far too early for that to go. There's Korver inside, nice pass, misses the shot again. And Hollerman comes down with Kramer picking her up and driving her almost out of bounds. Hollerman had to put the brakes on quickly. Over to Murray, who's open. It was Miller who set the screen for her. Visser tried to fight through it, but wasn't there in time. Murray hits, and it's 24-11. Kramer, well on the outside. Korver comes over and picks. Kramer now sets the screen for Korver. Murray trying to fight through. Korver with a long-range shot. Miller gets the rebound. Nobody cutting through, no one to pass to. And Hollerman comes up for the U.S. Murray. Hunter sets the screen for Hollerman. Hollerman moving behind Hunter. Hunter now has the ball, gives it back to Hollerman. Hollerman shoots. Not a good shot. Van Bergen just saves it from going out of bounds. Bayer brings it up now. Murray cutting her off and sending her to the outside. Goes cross-court to Korver. Hunter got right in front of Korver and stopped her. Bayer in the key. Misses, and Holloman with the rebound again. The Dutch are shooting so cold. Miller drops it for Gang, and Gang is fouled and will get 2 shots. Gail Gang was setting the screen and then just went to the basket as the defender went past her. And we do have another timeout called, this one by the Dutch, with 6:13 to play in the first half. And the U.S. has pulled away to a 13-point lead, 24-11. .613 in the second quarter. Coming off the timeout called by the Netherlands, and Gail Gang will shoot 2. And makes them both. 26-11 now. Houtzig is back in for the Netherlands. And Visser pulls herself back up. The Dutch will inbound with 18 on the shot clock. Houtzig. Murray coming out to bother her at a distance inside to Van Bergen. Visser at the foul line. Thought about the shot and the pass. Holloman got just in front of it and it went out of bounds. Houtzig couldn't get a hand to it, and the turnover goes to the U.S. And Miller brings it up. Holloman. Back to Miller. Korver nearly got that one. Murray from the outside, and she's fouled by Van Bergen. One out of 2. It's 27-11. Houtzig brings it up for Holland. Into Bayer. And Bayer hits. A slight fade away there, going backwards. And it's 27-13. We approach the halfway point of the second quarter. Miller at the top of the key, over to Murray. Cross court to Hollerman. Holloman off the front of the rim. Houtzig with the rebound quickly to Bayer. Korver, Van Bergen, both going down the sides. Korver now, she shoots. Hits the back of the rim and it bounces out to Hollerman. You see Hunter cutting off Visser from the defense. Murray on the right side this time. Bayer trying to almost come out of the chair to get her hits the front rim, and the rebound again to Houtsing. Van Bergen saw her spinning around Miller's chair. Great balance. And inside, Visser, what a shot. Visser almost under the basket, put it all the way up to the top of the glass, and it spun down through 27-15. Miller off the front of the rim, rebound Korver. Houtsing. They hold Miller up briefly, and Gang will be called for the foul on Houtsing. Right there with the chair. That's the team's second foul. .17 on the clock. Korver with some space. Bayer off the front rim. Rebound to Visser, who's incredibly active. Houtsing. 27-17, 3:33 to play in the first half. Miller. Korver cuts her off at the top of the key, takes away the pass, but it comes high to Miller. She feeds into Hollerman. Hollerman shot rims it and comes out. Miller tried to take the pass away from Houtsing, but she got it up to Korver, and now there's a break possible, but Hollerman back quickly. Van Bergen was setting screens. Visser into Bayer. She sets the screen for Houtsing. Good open shot. It rims at the other end, and Hollerman comes down for the U.S. Miller takes it and starts things off up top. Glides in. Gang with the left-handed layup. It's short, and Bayer with the rebound. Murray comes out on Houtsing. There's the screen. Houtsing goes around it. Open shot for Van Bergen. Goes in and out again. No one can buy a basket at this point. Murray comes down. And Miller brings it across the halfway line. Hollerman sets the pick. Hollerman gets it back. Over to Murray, down low. Double teamed. Hollerman back to Miller. Miller fights off there. Hunter. Hunter misses. Tip away, and Gang gets the loose ball. Over to Hollerman. Top of the key. Down to Miller low. Miller very calm. And there's the pass to Hunter. Hunter this time makes no mistake. Banks it in off the glass. 29-17. That was a good sequence for the U.S., keeping the ball alive and working it to the blocker, heading for the hoop. I mean, you can't get any more in and out than that just did by Houtsing. It was in the hoop always but one and came back out. Hollerman now. Miller can't quite get in front of Houtsing. And Hollerman hits. 31-14. Opens up the lead back to 14. 31-17, excuse me. Opens up the lead back to 14. Just over a minute now to play in the half. Van Bergen. Houtsing to Korver. Korver's shot is off, but she gets fouled, and she'll shoot two. Korver off the front of the rim. Right now the Dutch are shooting at 24% from the floor. Korver misses both foul shots. Quick pass to Bayer, and it's going to be a 3-second violation on her. They're very quick most of the time on the 3-second violations, occasionally inconsistent depending on who the player is, one might suppose. But Schwab now comes back in the game for the U.S. Hunter stays in. Hollerman. Miller. Murray goes to the bench. And underneath, Gang can't make the layup go. Got a little bit too far underneath. Houtsing comes out now. It's 3-on-3 in the forecourt. Houtsing just gliding forward and hits smoothly. 31-19. Miller. Schwab. Hunter picking for her. There's Miller. Swings behind Hollerman. Launches the shot and it misses. Bayer with the rebound. Korver back. There's Bayer. She's going to have a shot before the buzzer. Oh, it's even better. Visser inside and makes it just before the buzzer. What a good look by Bayer and what awareness by Visser to get down there in position all alone. Sinks the final shot, and at the half it's a 10-point game. The U.S. 31, Netherlands 21, and give huge credit both to Mariska Bayer and to Jitske Visser for that last basket, just beating the buzzer. At the half, USA 31, Netherlands 21. And well, a great half of basketball for both teams. You heard the crowd applauding them as they go off. The shooting not great. 50% for the U.S. is okay. 29% is not good at all for the Netherlands. Problems with the free throws for Netherlands, only 1 out of 4. Points off turnovers are now pretty much even. Rebounding is pretty much even, although the Netherlands doing a much better job on the offensive boards with 7 offensive rebounds. The U.S. tend to leave themselves out of position on the offensive boards with the way their offense works. But if the stats look pretty much even, right now the score is just a little bit tipped to the United States. And at the half, they lead the Netherlands 31-21.
If you want to try up there on the stage, feel free, please join us. And please now everybody looking at the screen for us to have our little lesson of samba.
Hey everyone, we want to learn how to samba. It's easy. Let's go. Step, right leg, and then left leg, and then right leg. Again, it's left leg, right leg, left leg. Again, and 1, 2, 3. Again, and 1, 2, 3. A little faster, 3 times that. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, you can use your arms like this. The girls can use like this. Okay? And girls, remember, you can use your hips. Okay? Let's go again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey, remember, smiling. Happiness is the spirit of samba, okay? Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got it? Let's try the music.
Yeah, so it's time for us to try for real. Please, my friend DJ, put out some really loud samba for these girls. Let's begin with the Dutch team, okay? So when you listen to me, I'm going to join you. Então, se você acha que foi a Holanda, if you think it was the Netherlands that was the best, please, faça muito barulho, make some noise! Thank you very much. And if you think the United States got it better, se você acha que os Estados Unidos foram melhor, please make some noise, dá barulho! I'm not so sure yet. Can we do it again? Barulho para a Holanda, Netherlands! The loudest noise was for the Dutch girls! Maybe Gringo skate samba, who knows? Thank you very much. This is Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. ok? Todo mundo sentado aqui nesse primeiro andar, ó. Quando eu contar até 3, seja em inglês ou em português, por favor, vocês façam um barulho mais alto que vocês conseguirem, ok? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go! Vocês vão e grita pra barulho, bate o pé, bate a mão, faz o que quiser, fica maluco aí. So when I count to 3, upper level, the loudest noise you can make, okay? 1, 2, 3, go!
Well, welcome back, and at halftime, the United States leads the Netherlands 31-21 in this women's Group B preliminary game. And it's been everything we expected, some incredibly fast play. The Dutch defending really well, especially in the first quarter. But the story of the game has primarily been the cold shooting by the Dutch team. From the floor, shooting just 29%, the U.S. at 50%, and that really is the main difference in the game. We'll see how they try to adjust in the second half. Bayer has been handling the bulk of the offense. They've been trying to get the ball to her. She's taken 13 shots and made 5. And Hoitzing, who you would expect to take quite a few shots as well, is 2 for 7 from the floor. But the Dutch got the last basket of the second quarter, a buzzer beater by Jitske Visser. And let's see if that propels them through. Both coaches were noticeably relaxed coming back just before halftime. That's Visser, a good dish to DeRoy. DeRoy can't get it to go, and the rebound finally tapped by Murray over to Hollerman. Visser trying to keep Hollerman back, but now Hollerman breaks out and comes into the forecourt for the U.S. Gang now headed toward the basket. She's cut off by Bayer. Murray up at the top of the key to Hunter, and Hunter hits. She's got 4. (33-21). Houtzing. There was the screen, the pick and roll for DeRoy, and she misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Second chance can't go, and it's knocked out of her hands by Gang, and Holland will keep possession with 12 on the shot clock. They worked that one perfectly. DeRoy got the kind of shot they wanted. Bayer now sets the pick for DeRoy. Houtzing trying to get in. Bayer is just outside. There you go. Dip to DeRoy again. This time she doesn't shoot, and the 24-second clock expires. And I just wonder if those 2 misses somehow influenced her to make that extra pass to Houtzing. But Houtzing had to maneuver for position and couldn't get a shot off before the 24-second buzzer went. Little pressure by the Dutch, but they break that easily with Gang in the half-court circle. And now Miller, who started off the game on the bench, is now at the point for Schwab. Murray misses, and the rebound to Oosterbaan. Oosterbaan comes down the middle. There's no one. Gang had her and then left her, but Houtzing doesn't need that. She hits it from the baseline. Tight angle, but swishes it through. It's 33-23. Miller has a degree in creative writing from the University of Alabama and a master's in counseling from Wisconsin Whitewater. Plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lives in Whitewater, Wisconsin. Miller from the foul line. Swish. That's her shot. Houtsing. There's a foul off the ball. Houtsing looked like she had her shot. The foul was on Hunter. That's her first and the team's first in the quarter. Houtsing again. Miller was coming out on her. Oosterbaan misses. Miller up to Murray. She's got Gang to run interference, but Bayer got there first. DeRoy. Miller on the baseline. Miller shoots short, but Hollerman's there for the rebound. Hollerman misses, and DeRoy takes the rebound for Holland. Quickly up to Houtsing. She's got Bayer on one side, Oosterbaan on the other. Visser back to Houtsing. 9 on the shot clock. Bayer fading away, misses, and the rebound. Hunter taken away by Houtsing. Bayer comes in the middle, and there's a foul. The basket will be good. The foul, I believe, on Murray. Well, if it was on Murray, it was well before the shot. And it is on Murray, so, well, you could see Murray fouled her. She got 2 more pumps before she let the shot go. Misses the foul shot, and Murray lets it go out of bounds. 10-point lead for the U.S., 35-25. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Gang up to Hollerman, and Bayer's on her. Pair of bigs, pair of 15s. Miller. Foul on Houtsing. She knocked Hollerman. You'll see right there is the foul. Miller got a nice whoop, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Murray. Crashing into Visser's. Sorry, it's called on Miller, crashing into Visser's chair. And she tried to set the pick. And that's Visser with the ball. She just did to Gang what was done to her. Oosterbaan loses it to Murray. Murray gives it to Gang. Gang leaves that one, and Miller just gets to it in time. Hollerman now. Houtsing trying to cut her off, trap her in the corner. Nearly got the ball, but she gets it up to Gang. Gang cross court now to Murray. 6 on the shot clock, 5. Hollerman shot goes in and out. Houtsing goes around Gang to grab that rebound. Did that nicely with the chair. Oosterbaan. DeRoy. Bayer with one hand brings in the pass. The shot's a little bit hard. Rebounds with one hand and tips it to Oosterbaan. Gives it to Houtsing coming in on the side. Hits the top of the rim and bounds out to Hollerman for the rebound. Hollerman up court to Miller, who's got Oosterbaan one-on-one. Now Bayer's back to defend, and Miller just waits for everybody to come down, and there's a whistle. The foul was off the ball behind an offensive foul called on Hunter, and the U.S. takes a timeout halfway through the third period, leading by 10, 35-25. Well, and right now the U.S. unable to pull away, and the Dutch unable to catch up.
We've got to go out to our chair and stop our chair. Offensively, we're getting pretty decent shots, but we're still not creating doubles and exploding into a pick, right? We're kind of hanging out behind the doubles.
I think the coach Van der Linden was making them aware the U.S. has 4 fouls, so the next one will be in the penalty situation. And the Dutch only have 1 in this period, so they not only can avoid the penalty, but if it continues for a few more minutes, they would have fouls to give to kind of slow up and disrupt the American offense. So Holland inbound halfway through the third quarter. They trail by 10. And it's DeRoy at the foul line. Bayer, and she hits. 35-27, the lead down to 8 now. Hollerman, cross court to Murray. She brings it in with one hand, back to Hollerman. That one was broken up, and the fight, it's a jump ball. Timmerman and Hollerman. The possession arrow goes to the U.S. So they will get the ball back. It should reset to 14. It did not. It's 7 for Hunter. And Hunter makes it. She's got 6. Oh, excuse me, that was Schwab. Schwab has just come back into the game. She's got 4. The U.S. lead is back to 10 with 4 minutes to play in the third. DeRoy, again, crossing the foul line. Timmerman was setting the pick. Bayer in the middle. Holds for a long time. It's interesting when you see them sometimes counting the 3 and sometimes not. And it's an 8-point lead again. Schwab, Hollerman, reversing on Visser. Schwab again, Hollerman again, Schwab again. They come back, 6 on the shot clock for Murray. Schwab, one hands it. Awkward shot is not going to go. And Oosterbaan brings it up for Holland. Oosterbaan to Timmerman. Inside, Bayer. Bayer doesn't get the roll. Rebound to Poist. Schwab, they're trying to trap her, but there's the breakaway. And it's going to be an 8-second violation. Whistle blown after the ball came across the midcourt. It was almost like having an extra defender on the court there with Coach Van der Linden doing the counting. Timmerman now. Timmerman into Bayer. She misses. Gang with the rebound to Hollerman. And there's a foul on Visser in the backcourt. Miller comes back in for Gang. Along with Abby Duncan making her first appearance in the game. Hollerman now. Murray getting the pick. Long cross-court pass for Hollerman. And the foul is on Timmerman. Excuse me, Soldan is in for the U.S., not Duncan. It's Soldan, 33. Murray hasn't shot in a while. Misses that one. Timmerman clears the boards for Holland with 2:19 to play in the quarter. Timmerman, Bayer, and the foul will be on Schwab, and Bayer will shoot that one. U.S. in the penalty situation now. Schneider. Byer makes the first. That's Schneider, number 8, in with Hollerman now under the basket. Murray. Byer misses the second, but gets the rebound and puts it in. 37-32. Murray on the dribble. Hollerman on the baseline. They come out and double her quickly. Timmerman cuts her off. Murray takes the long pass over Oosterbaan. Byer's out there. Byer knocked the pass away, and she steals it. And here comes the break for Holland with Timmerman. Schwab got back, but Byer's in the key, and Byer hits. In the paint now. And it is 37-34, and the U.S. needs another timeout as the Netherlands has pulled within 3. And they're doing it with the defense in the U.S. end and coming out from that. And Byer is the force on offense. They're looking for her inside. Well, you hear that analysis is pretty good. What the Dutch are doing is overplaying the Americans out on the outside, which is Hollerman and Murray. And right now they're stalling. They're not getting anything else going on the other side. The Dutch are going right inside, generally to Byer, as soon as they come down. So Coach Wheeler, it's very easy to understand. The question is, what will they do about it to try to put them off? And that defense is really working for Holland. It's disrupting the American shooting. It's stopping passes. It's getting them good turnover ball. And at the other end, they're making easy shots, close-in shots for Mariska Byer. And Byer has 22 of the Dutch 34 points. There's Murray. Schwab with the shot, and she gets fouled and will shoot 2. And that was the thing we saw against China, that offense, which is fairly consistent for the U.S. with Hollerman on one side, Murray on the other side. The middle can be open. Miller was taking advantage of it against China and hitting those shots from the foul line. Schwab now trying the same thing, got fouled, misses the first, and makes the second. It's 38-34 with a minute 14 in the third. Timmerman brings it up for the Netherlands. Right to Byer. DeRoy at the foul line. Shot misses everything, and Schwab pulls in the rebound, gets it down quickly to Hollerman. Hollerman, Oosterbaan knocks the ball away from her, and the U.S. will keep possession with 50 seconds left in the quarter. .16 on the shot clock. Murray moving behind Schneider's pick, but again, Byer fought through the pick. Now Oosterbaan, Timmerman picks her up right away. There's the open shot, but Schwab misses it, and Timmerman gets the rebound for Holland with 30 seconds, bringing it down. Byer was over by the bench talking with the coach. She sets a high pick, gets out of the paint before the 3 seconds. Now she's back in. And, well, it was DeRoy on the line. As you saw, Byer had never left the paint the entire time. Schneider up to Schwab. 12 seconds left in the period. Schwab taking her time. Lets the three-pointer go and hits. And that's huge. The three-point basket just before the buzzer. And look at the celebration. Christina Schwab has put the U.S. up by 7 after a great comeback by the Netherlands. They outscored the U.S. 13-10. In that period, they cut the 10-point lead down to 4, but the three-pointer at the buzzer has pushed it back up to 7. At the end of 3 quarters, it's the U.S. 41, the Netherlands 34. And looking at the stat line, well, the Dutch shooting has gone up a bit from 24 to 31%. The U.S. shooting has gone down from over 50 to 46%. Points from turnovers still favoring the Netherlands. Rebounding on the offensive board still favoring the Netherlands, 11-2. So they're getting those second shots now, which is helping their shooting percentage go up. They're getting the ball into Bayer, the shooting percentage go up. 41-34, and everything set for this big last 10 minutes. A 7-point game, a low-scoring game, which I think has been part of the Dutch plan, and 10 minutes with everything to play for. So this is crunch time now. The momentum had swung toward the Netherlands in the third period. They outscored the U.S. 13-10 in that period. And, well, it would be 13-7, but for a buzzer-beating three-pointer by Christina Schwab, which pushed the lead up to 7 points. And can they keep the pressure on the United States and cut that lead down again? Korver is in for the Netherlands. Hoitzig is back in. Bayer is on the bench at the moment, getting a rest. Bayer was the focus of their attack in the third quarter. Timmerman inside. Visser inside. Had the ball knocked out of her hands. Wants a foul and doesn't get it. Hollerman brings it up for the U.S. Cross court to Murray. Up top to Schwab. Back to Murray. Quick shot. Off the rim, and rebound to Oosterbaan. Oosterbaan never seems to get flustered, kind of like Desi Murray on the U.S. team. Oosterbaan now going under the basket, but picked up there by Schwab. Hoitzig on the outside. Visser trying to set the screen for her. Korver from the top of the key. It misses, and it's picked up by Soldan. Schwab to Schneider, Schneider to Hollerman. Hollerman has Murray outside, sets the screen for her, but Murray gives it to Schwab at the top of the key. Schwab stops, and it's Schneider at the baseline. Shot hit the front of the rim, and Hoitzig comes down with it for the Netherlands. Hoitzig across the three-point line, coming all the way, end-to-end stuff from her, and the layup won't go. She goes crashing to the ground, no foul, and it comes back the other way with Murray. Murray pulls up, nearly stolen away, and now it is by Korver. Korver on the breakaway for the Netherlands with the steal. Lays it in, and it's a 5-point game. 41-36. Cher Korver with the steal. Murray now. 3 white jerseys back. Korver makes it 4. Murray having to fight to protect the ball. Schwab with the shot fake. Schneider in the middle. Foul was on Timmerman, and Timmerman and Oosterbaan are both going out. Bayer comes right back into the game. Along with Van Bergen. Murray in Inbounds out to Schwab. Schwab has some space, gives it to Hollerman. Inside, Soldan, and she misses the layup, but Hollerman gets the rebound. Over to Schneider. Schneider spins. Schwab is at the top of the key. Murray, the pass is deflected away by Visser, out of bounds. Possession will stay with the U.S. with 6 on the shot clock. Visser is so active defensively. There's only 6, and Schneider's got the shot and hits it, 43-36. Houtzing. Oh, good lead for Van Bergen, and she banks it in. Nicely done. Houtzing drew the defender. Van Bergen was setting the screen. She headed to the hoop, got the ball back, and it's a 5-point game again with under 7 minutes to play. Schwab inside. Reverse layup by Murray is good. Another good look. And 7 again, the lead. Houtzing. Soldan. There's Bayer, just outside the paint, and she hits. 5 points again, 45-40, 6:20 to play. Schwab brings it up. Murray catching up. Schneider setting the pick. Van Bergen bumps her. Schwab at the foul line. Hollerman takes the baseline, cuts it back out to Schwab, over to Murray. Great defense by Bayer, getting out there quickly. Shot clock down to 3. Schwab's not going to be able to get it off. And it's a 24-second violation. The turnover goes over to the Netherlands. And we've got some substitutions coming in. 3 for the U.S. Schwab, Schneider, and Soldan go out. Gang, Miller, and Hunter come in for the U.S. Houtzing now. Visser stops Gang. Hunter picks up Houtzing. Houtzing gets the shot away, and it falls, and it's a 3-point game. 45-42, 5:30 to play. And the pressure now is on the U.S. The Netherlands is tightening the grip, closing the game down. U.S. having trouble getting good shots. Hollerman working her way in. Miller. There's Gang. Gang misses, but the rebound to Murray. And a new possession for the U.S. Murray stops, pops, hits. 47-42. Halfway through the fourth quarter now, 5-point lead for the U.S. Houtzing. Again, she gets a nice screen from Bayer. Houtzing was looking for Bayer, but she was moving down into the low position, and the foul is going to be on Gang. Trying to fight through the screen set by Van Bergen. Oh, officially they just gave it to Hollerman. Van Bergen back to Bayer, easy look. Basket's good. 47-44, 3-point game. Hard bump on Hollerman. Murray immediately Houtzing on her. Miller coming in, puts the arc on it, doesn't fall. But Hunter gets the rebound. Back to Miller, over to Gang, 11 on the shot clock. Murray, Hollerman, inside. Shot doesn't fall, Van Bergen with the rebound. And with 4 minutes to play, Holland has a chance. It's knocked through her hands, and it'll be U.S. ball. Miller knocked it back through Van Bergen's hands. And you saw what Coach Wheeler was asking, how many timeouts she had left, basically, at this point. Inbounds deep to Miller. Back to Murray. Miller cutting down. Murray Goes cross court inside to Gang, and Gang gets the fall. 49-45. The lead's back to 5 with under 4 minutes to play. And here comes Houtsing. Gang is out on her. Houtsing spins back the other way. Hunter comes over to pick her up. There's Beyer in the paint. Hollerman with the rebound. Hollerman over to Murray. Murray, that one was nearly stolen by Korver, but Miller pulled it in. Miller looking for some space. Hunter gives her a pick. Van Bergen comes out, she gets picked. Over to Hollerman inside. Hit from behind, hit from the front now. The ball, that is, not Hollerman. 2 clean blocks of her shots by the Dutch. And Houtsing comes down, turned away by Hollerman. Everybody sets up. Look at the, was it like a traffic jam in the paint? Houtsing shoots, doesn't get the roll. Hollerman with the rebound, and there's Desi Miller, basket hanging. Looking back and comes in for the rebound, for the layup, and makes it. It's a 7-point game, 51-44. And now there's a timeout on the court by the Netherlands with 2:46 to play, and the U.S. leading by 7 again, 51-44. This is just, it's so tight. I like that one. Miller turned to the assistant coach, Trooper Johnson, said, keep it up, turned to Trooper Johnson. He went, keep it up. That's what a good assistant is for. Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that lovely? Bringing the youngster to the game. Anyone who's been a dad knows that feeling. Or a mother, for that matter. .240 to play now. 7-point lead for the U.S. De Roy for the Netherlands. Cross court, Timmerman keeps it in. Beyer in the middle. Beyer shot and good. She's been the one they've gone to in this game. She's had the hot hand, and it's a 5-point lead with 2:20 to go. Plenty of time. Every possession here has been so tense. De Roy on Miller. Now she goes over to pick up Hollerman, and Hollerman gets stopped by 2 chairs. Trying to deny her position. Murray, the little flip to Gang. Gang missed the layup. They work the pick and roll perfectly, and Miller will pick up the foul on Beyer in the backcourt. Only the second team foul on the U.S., and Houtsing's coming back into the game for Timmerman. But well, they worked that one perfectly for Gang to get the layup, but she missed the layup, and Miller gave away the foul. Basically to slow the Dutch down there. 5-point lead, under 2 minutes to play now. Houtsing for the Netherlands. Hunter goes out to pick her up. Vissers trying to set the pick. Gets a one from De Roy as well. Beyer planted in the green. Rebound to De Roy. Houtsing puts the layup in. It's a 3-point game. 51-48, 1 minute and 38 to play. Murray. Miller at the half court to Hollerman. Hollerman couldn't get the pass through to Gang. Over to Murray now. Murray double teamed, trying to fight her way free. Coming around, needs to pass it out and gets it to Miller with 4 on the shot clock. There's Gang, she doesn't miss this time. Great look from Desi Miller and the good finish from Gail Gang, and it's a 5-point game as well with 1:14 to play. Houtsing now, it's a nail biter. Beyer at the top of the key. Beyer setting the screens for Houtsing. Visser inside to Beyer. The pass goes, but the 3-second violation is finally called on Beyer in the paint and at exactly the wrong time for the Netherlands. And Houtsing now comes out. They want the full court press. Murray looking for some help. Hollerman comes out, puts it up to Gang. Gang brings it in, and now she'll wait for help to come up. There's no rush for them. They have a 5-point lead and still time on the shot clock. Gang has Beyer on her. Hollerman's inside. Hollerman banks it in and in, and that makes the lead 7 with 36 seconds to go, and that is a killer basket. 55-48 the score. And in these crowds here at the Karaoke Arena for the wheelchair basketball, look at the pass. That was a crucial one too, because the shot clock was winding down and Holloman put that one in. The crowds have been there. There are pockets of Dutch fans. There are pockets of American fans. They're very loud. They're very noisy, both of them. But mostly the crowd is neutrals. Locals, Brazilians who've come here, filled these arenas up, the basketball arenas, for both games of each session at the arena, and had just a great time doing it. You know, there's some of the Dutch fans, not the neutrals, but they have seen some great basketball, and this has been a great game. Don't let a 7-point lead fool you. It has been intense all the way through the second half. Every possession contested, everyone appearing to be crucial. And now with 36 seconds left, the Dutch have to make up 7 points. You need a quick score, and you need to get the ball back. They can give fouls. Visser for 3. The shot was high, and the rebound. And there's the foul. They had to give that one quickly. And they really need to contest the inbounds. Which they do. They've got 4 up there. Quickly pick up Murray, and that will be a foul on Hudson. That's 3rd team foul now, so they have to be a little bit more careful with what they do. They really need the ball. So now the pressure comes early on Murray, and there's the 4th foul. They can't foul now because it will cost them shots if they do, and already down by 7. It's a nasty situation to be in, but still, Oosterman putting the pressure on. She's not going to let Murray out, and when the pass comes into Holloman, Beyer fouls her, and Holloman will go to the foul line with a chance pretty much to ice the game with 23 seconds remaining. And again, they play Mission Impossible. I really think that's bad judgment. Holloman misses the first. Makes the second. 56-48, 23 seconds to go. For the U.S. now, you just don't foul. That's the word of coaching. We got another timeout by the Dutch to come up with a strategy. You're down by 8. You need 3-point baskets. So there's the play that they're setting up to try to get you see that 3-person screen at the top of the key. That's where they want the shot. They're not really a 3-point team. The shooting is up. to 36%, but Visser's three-pointer that she threw up quickly with 36 seconds left was the first one they've tried in the game. There's the three-person screen. Comes back for Visser again. She's lining up the three. Hits the front rim. Rebound comes loose. Picked up by Beyer. Beyer puts it in. It's 56-50 with 11 seconds to go and more pressure now. And a timeout taken by the U.S. this time. It's an interesting one. Coach Wheeler, in a lot of ways, is very relaxed. There's not a whole lot of drawing up plays and things like that. She's mostly just giving her team general instructions and who she wants to inbound the ball. By calling the timeout, she moves the inbounding up to the sideline from the back line, which is a real advantage, not only for making the inbound pass slightly better. You can't run back and forth with it, but if it's a turnover, it comes in your end, not in the Dutch end, and the foul comes right away from DeRoy, and Desi Miller will shoot. I think Miller, probably the unsung hero here, because it was her pass underneath as the shot clock was expiring to Gang that really was the crucial basket of this game. And Miller, Rose Oosterman on the Dutch team always seems to look very relaxed, but she's got nothing on Miller, who just seems as casual as can be. And makes them both. 58-50, lead back to 8 with 10 seconds to go. And again, the U.S. simply in don't foul mode. And the inbound pass comes loose to Murray. Murray to Gang, and there's a foul with 5 seconds to go. And actually, really no point in that at that point. And Gang will go to the foul line. Gang makes one. And Gang makes the other. So the lead now is up to 10, which won't reflect the closeness of the game. The final score won't. Timmerman for the Dutch passes it up court to DeRoy, and her toss to referee hits Hunter in the head as the game ends, and the U.S. pull off a huge win over the Netherlands, 60-50. It was not easy by any means, and I don't think the Dutch, well, if it comes down to the meeting the U.S. in the playoff round at some point, I don't think that they will be worried about that. They know, these two teams, that each one is a very difficult opponent.